Welcome, welcome, welcome. Am I on time? I'm right on the money tonight. Hello, everyone. I hope you had wow, 3 thumbs up already and one person in here. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great week and a great weekend. Shelly and Anthony, you never disappoint, I tell you what. Never. Just trying to adjust. How are you, girl? How is everything? Red Silo. Good evening, Melody. Hope you had a great week. I had a crazy week. How are you, my friend? Did you have a good week? Nice weekend? Lauren Hellman. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. Oh, my goodness. You believe it's Sunday already? Felt like we just did this. So we'll let some people get in. It was like I logged on and it said 3 thumbs up already. Been blah filled weekend. Whew. I wish I could say I was bored because it's so much work. I don't know. This year is different for me here, to be honest. Between plants dying, trying to grow inside the house, just all the work that needed to be done, things we're working on, just the 50 million interruptions, because my roommate's out of work now, so you know how that goes. But yeah, just a busy bee. I heard it from Voon at exactly 9 o'clock saying I'm totally exhausted, bedtime, have a great life. So Voon will not be here. Hello, Huga. How are you? Happy Sunday. What type of lights are you using for your seedlings? These are regular lamps from Home Depot in the girls section. These I took the little shades off of, and these are just grow lights from Home Depot. Very affordable. Just having lots of problems growing in here this year. It's just craziness. Because my roommate just keeps putting the heat on. Oh, you're so welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you in here before, but welcome, welcome. Yeah, so very affordable. Just, again, I don't feel like gardening in the dining room anymore because, he really messed it up this year with the heat. So, crazy. How you doing, Huga? Your plants look great, girlie. Yes, some of them really do, and some of them don't. And I really wanted to open the door and start taking this outside today so I could clean up this mess from the dogs and go through what made it, what didn't, I mean, I have cups after cups of things that didn't make it because of the humidity. But it just is what it is. And I really should have filled out like a whole thing while I was supposed to on this. And I just never got around to it where I'm planting things. So it's like I start putting something somewhere and then I have to move it and put it in a different spot. Oh my goodness gracious. Fuzz, hello, how are you? Mel, I am here. Need to start some supper of sausage. Be right back, kid. No problem. I will be here. I knew what you meant, supper. It kind of takes over sometimes too. Right before I start planting outside, I feel like I have plants everywhere. Oh yeah, totally. Huga. Cheryl. Hi, happy Sunday. How are you? Hello, Paul from England. I had a feeling, I'm going to say this. The channel that you went on is a whole other subject, but I had a funny feeling you were going to remind me of Phil Collins a little bit. And you did. So how about that? Wow, now the chat's flying. But hello, Paul. Boone won't be here. She texted me at 9 o'clock that she is... Hold on. I'm totally exhausted. Bedtime. Have a great life. That's what she said. Sassafras Red. Hello. Good evening to you. Pudding chickens listening. Okay. Happy Sunday. Ultimate Acres. Big Leglets. Stick at Homestead. How are you feeling, girl? Loving your glow. I have a glow? Huh. Might be some sun that I got. I actually do have sunburn under this. I don't use like a lot of foundation, but I wanted to cover it a little bit. It was nice here today, and then they were predicting at 3 o'clock it was going to rain. Started to like drizzle at 5, and I was like, I'm done. and I just like came in and was like, oh, should I cook Sunday dinner? I'm like, nah. So I had, because my roommate wasn't here, he went to go see his friend's chicken coop. What did I have? I had chicken, sausage, gumbo. That's what I had. A little spicy, but good. But hello, Ultimate Acres. Happy Sunday, Cosmic Cultivators. Hello, how are you? Peace, love, and happiness to all, says Cosmic Cultivator. Cosmic Cultivators. Let's try that again. Hi, LP. Happy Sunday. This will be our first week where we will be above freezing at night. Yep, we had some crazy weather last week, but like lots of nights that were like chilly, and a couple of the days were very, very windy to the point where I didn't even want to plant carrot seeds. Like my daughter will look at the daytime temps, and I'm like, I don't do that. I always look at the night, you know? So it looks like we're going up, obviously. It was like in the 70s here today, I think it was. Yesterday was about, I don't know, like in the 60s, higher 60s. But yeah, you definitely have to watch the nighttime temperatures because, you know, if you want to risk losing things, unless they're in the brassica family, like cabbages, stuff like that. But even a few of my cabbage leaves, one of my lowest nights were 37 or 34. But I noticed a couple of my cabbage leaves had that, you know, weird color. So yeah, hopefully it's all up from here now, Lori. Cheryl Nugent, hello, happy Sunday, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Susan, hello, how are you? Happy Sunday. You went to see a chicken coop and you ate chicken. I felt loud. Yeah, it was like, it was out of a can, honey. I didn't make it from scratch. I'm beat from all the stuff that I've been doing. It's just been like from the last time I saw y'all, it was just crazy. It's just been crazy. All last week was crazy. And that weekend, and then this whole week has just been work, 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 work. And of course, you know, it wouldn't be me if you don't have drama. Let's see. But yeah, I opened it up out of a can, just as long as I ate something. Hello, Heather Lynn. Good evening. How are you? Sean, my friend, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I think I sent you a text, like, it might not have went through though because my service was in and out, but I was like, do you want me to call? Let's see. We just got done hiking. I saw part of it. I didn't get to see the whole thing. Gina and Chris are saying we just got done hiking a mountain today. Video coming out this week. Now enjoying some ice cream. Awesomeness. I know. Say Northwest Hooga. That's how I always say it when I catch her. Let's see. Windy here today, but tomatoes should be going out tomorrow. Temps look like they'll be above 50 at night from here on out. Yeah, well, I didn't start hardening my stuff off. And if you're new here, maybe you're a new gardener or trying to, you know, be self-sufficient and grow your own food, please remember to put your stuff out a little bit each day. It's such a pain for me because there's so much to get out. But needless to say, let me back this up a little bit. Might be a whole lot of scary going on here tonight. So I would say the first day, take it out for about 25 to 30 minutes, enough for you to clean up your mess. And then you got to put it all back in. And then the next day you could go for like 45 minutes and then increase it to like an hour every day for like a week and then take them in. If you don't harden them off, it's not even going to be worth your efforts. Even if you bought it from a box store, because they're just not going to live. So be careful with that. The red silo though, I forget. What state are you in again? Mountain Maple Ranch. Well, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. How are you? Hope you had a fabulous weekend. Let's see. Got about 2 to 3 weeks before the last frost, says Lori. You know, it was crazy. Mine was for April the 22nd. And I just got done telling you we had like high winds. It was like unbearable to try to plant anything during the day. It was so windy. It was like really cold for like 2 of the days and 2 of the nights. Like 3 days, the third day, it was kind of like Not too bad, but you know, when you have the wind, it still makes it chilly. But 3 of the nights were like kooky. Um, and you know, I don't know, it's like a weird spring. Totally weird spring. Um, so as I was saying, my last frost date was for April the 22nd. I went under Farmer's Almanac because of the crazy spring, and my last frost was increased to April the 27th. I didn't look before I went on tonight, but you know, who knows? We just finished off cleaning out a lot today. Oh, did you? Wow, that was probably a lot of work. Let's see. It was close to 70 degrees here, says Heather Lynn. Yeah, we were definitely like 74 today here in Pennsylvania. Go ahead, well, thank you. Send the text again. I will, as soon as this is over, my friend, because we definitely need to chit chat, catch up. We got a good amount of work done on our garden this weekend. That's awesomeness. If you saw the layout of my garden, what I built last year, I don't like it. I wish I would have went with the invisible fence, but the other day, honestly, my front right bed, if you're looking into it this way, has all different types of lettuces and greens going. I didn't notice it at first, but the bed behind, I saw like a dig. And then the front bed, I could see paw prints. And I was like, you know what, Jim? I'm not dealing with this. And I said, you know what's different this year? You're here, and she's just not listening. She listens to me, but I mean, I do have to tell her to get out of the garden. And bingo bango, went up a green like fence with some T-posts so that it keeps her out of the garden. He did pick it up like last Sunday, so I had to help him with that a little bit. And, you know, it's good enough for now. I don't particularly like it, but if it's going to keep her out I said to him, if it keeps her out as a training mechanism, so be it. But me, I probably would have went for an invisible, you know, like an invisible fence where they have the collar. That's probably what I would have done. But we'll see how fast she catches on to staying off my beds, because the front bed that had the greens, I could see footprints, and saw stuff dug up, and I was like, that's it. Like, I was mad. I think anybody would be mad. Hi, Aaron. How are you? Happy Sunday, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mount Maple Ranch. We were in the 50s and just started raining. Same here, except we were 74 and it just started raining. We are still too cold to plant anything. We are thinking June the 1st, Idaho area. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It just is making like the growing season like a little bit shorter, I think, but I'm all like freaking out like, oh, I didn't get my carrots in at the end of March. Oh, that's right, I'll get them in April. Oh, I'm still good. I'll get them in at the end of April. And I realized today I'm like, well, I guess, you know, that'll be 3 months of carrots taking up room. But I want to do concessions. So I do have a carrot. I was going to dig it out. Well, I started to dig some things out just to show you. I think I showed them before. They're from M.I. Gardner. They're like a shorter, like roasting carrot is what they would be for. And that's 45 days. Or I could go right in with like Scarlet Nancy's or something like that, and then go in with the short ones afterwards. If I count it correctly, I should be picking out the second harvest of carrots in like September. So you figure if I get them in now, that's May, June, July, and then whoop, throw some more in. That would be that whole month of July, August, September. It's another 3 months. So, yeah. But that stinks though, June 1st. I'm sorry. You know, we all have to do what we got to do, right? Let's see. Am I missing anyone? Oh, okay. Lori's in. Is that Wisconsin, Lori? It's been a hot minute for me, girl. Red silos in central Kentucky, zone 6B-ish. Yeah, I was always in grow zone 7B, and I just keep catching myself. Like when I go on a look, I don't know if it's because I'm near the water, it's saying I'm now grow zone 7A. And it's like such a habit for me to be like, I'm grow zone 7B. It says I'm in between. So, a little bit different. Let's see. Thank you, Paul, for posting links. My dogs better not even start. 50 and rainy. 70 and started to drizzle at 5 o'clock tonight. Fuss says Bob Evans and I are having a part tonight. Really? Erin says high 50s, but so rainy and gloomy. Oh, really? Sausage party. Oh, that's hilarious. Honey Badgers, hello. Happy Sunday. Good to see you again. Mr. Blue Collar Homestead, hello. Happy Sunday, saying hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Heather Lynn says we are about a week or a little more away from our average last frost date. It's just crazy. I used to be able to get everything in the ground April 1st. But my son's great-grandfather always said you can, like, at least for here, you're always safe when it's around Mother's Day. So I don't know, my friends, I don't know. Aaron says, ooh, sausage gravy? I don't know. He said sausage party. I'll send some of my sauerkraut Dijon for sausage party, brother. Yum, yum. Okay, Mr. Blue Collar Homestead says 80 today in West Tennessee. Just planted the rest of the garden today. Lucky you. I feel like I'm behind. It's overwhelming me. And just the constant interruptions. As soon as I go to, that's what happened for about a month. Because I think he's been out of work a month. It's like, I get all started, ready to plant, and it's like, Mel, can you help me with this? Mel, Trinity, get out of the garden. Ugh, that's been my issue this year. I didn't have this much interruptions last year. Aaron, guys can't make gravy for crap. It's so easy, especially sausage gravy. I think I did biscuits and sausage gravy on my channel, but you have to go back. Let's see. Carrots should be planted here already, along with peas, cabbage, etc. Well, honey badgers, I do have peas out there. So the good news is the crazy pea, remember the pink blush pea that was saying very difficult to get to germinate outside, doing fantastic. My green arrow pea, that's really based from England, it's supposed to be so prolific, is very gappy. It's now just starting to come up. I do have cabbages, cauliflower, celery, let me think, broccoli, cabbages, celery, cauliflower, purple Sicily cauliflower out there. Am I missing anything? Lots of herbs. Whole bed of beans done. And I don't know why they keep coming to the surface, and I just keep pushing them down. And lots of greens in the other bed. And some butter crunch lettuce, romaine lettuce, spinach. Planted some more spinach. My blue dollar store tower had some spinach in it from winter. I just transplanted it. So I added all new seeds into that, all spinach. The one in the back corner is all sugar snap peas, that dollar store stackable. The cream beige one in the back, I have nothing planted in it yet except the top. All top of the three have some type of flower in it. And one sugar snap peas, and the blue one is spinach for now. And then when that spinach, I guess, is done, because I really want a lot of spinach, I think I'm just going to blanch it and freeze it, So we'll see. Hello, Miss Andale. Darling, I love you and miss you. Sorry I missed this Tuesday. It was crazy here. But hello. Heather says, I decided to plant one row of carrots at a time this year. Really? You know what's a pain about doing that, though, Heather? At least, like, for me, like, I can relate to, I'm not going to think of her name right offhand, 1870s Homestead Rachel. If you go back and look at some of her older carrot videos, I've been following her, like, since the beginning. She has, like, certain carrots she was harvesting, and then she had other carrots that weren't ready yet. So that's ideal if you have the room. But I would rather get them all out and then process them so that I'm not having to deal with carrots, pepper, like everything all at once. Let's see. Hi, Chris. How are you? Who's Emily? Hello. Sorry, Emily. How was your weekend? Says Chris. Can't tell me that's a typo, is it? With your big fingers? I'm sitting here cooking supper and playing with a couple of 6-week-old kittens. Oh, that's cute. Lori is in 4A. Ooh. We're going to put together a greenhouse, help with a little bit longer growing season. We are zone 3. Wow. Lori's 4 and you are 3, Mountain Maple Ranch. Yeah, what is Alaska's grow zone? Does anybody remember? Because I love Simple Living Alaska. And you see what they do? They get it all out all at once. They cram it all in there and they just harvest it all, preserve it, and that's what they live off of all year long. That's funny, Sean. Let's see. Heather Lynn is Grow Zone 6B. Lovely to see you. Okay, that's not for me. Paul, be good now, be good. Dang it. Wow, really, Fuzz? Dang it, Paul. So what? Aaron, I know you were trying to help, but my gravy turns to crap, dear. Trouble in the past growing cucumbers. Fill me in, Heather. Well, I didn't do good on my cucumbers, which I can't really complain. I harvested 5,266 pounds of food. It was actually cucumbers. They were terrible. And I had so many pollinators back there. That is something I'm working on. I must have bought a plant. It's really green and has like these little flowers. I thought it was an annual because, of course, it was a year with no tags. And 2 were out front. One was... So you know what I did? I took the 2 really nice ones from over at my kitchen garden. I planted one in the no-till garden and one in the back where the fence is. That's widened. It's super long. Soil's there. I just have to put cow. And then I put the 2. My dog kept going in this pot. I dug those 2 up and I put them at the kitchen garden because they'll do fine there. And then the side, which I haven't done a tour on that in some time, is a bunch of medicinals that I have over there. Speaking of medicinals, I'm using my French press. Can you see? Take a guess what I have in there. I use the tea kettle water. I'm just letting it sit and brew for a bit. But some lemon balm I have in there. And this is what I use. Well, I have a different honey. The 100% pure, non-filtered, organic honey. But this one's organic, but it's wildflower honey, USA grade A. It's a product of Brazil by Simply Nature. 60 calories in case you care. I don't, because I don't need to watch calories. But this is really, really good. This is how much I have left of this. Can you see the tag? Hopefully. It's so yummy. So yummy. And some lemon balm. I definitely have to get some more. Let's see. You're not behind. The weather has been difficult this year. Says Chris. So do I, Fuzzy. We should do like a bread cook-off. I've been hearing some stuff about bread lately. Have you all heard about this? With the food chain and things going on? Let's talk about that for a minute. X amount of factories demolished, burnt down. And now Azure, their headquarters burnt down. Sorry to say this on a Sunday Night Live, but I feel like they're trying to starve us from within. That's my opinion. But apparently there's a new, I don't know what the chemical is, it's put into like white bread you buy from the store where it doesn't mold. You know, I like to read and do my own research. So I left a loaf of bread, not bed. I left a loaf of bread sit around for a while. Still on top of the refrigerator. It still doesn't have a speck of mold. Freaky. I said to Jimmy, that's it. I'm going back to baking bread. Let's see. That's still great though, Fuzz. You know it. Fuzz lost a lot of weight. So a big congratulations. Let's see. Is Andale in the house? Lucky you. You're getting her all planted. Yay. I'm trying, if that's towards me, honey badgers. I really am trying. The things that I named is what I have out there. celery, cauliflower, cabbages, lots of broccoli. I don't have the Brussels sprouts planted yet, and I have no red acre cabbage planted or the seeds. Um, my purple of Sicily, I have just a few of those, and greens, and just the things I put in the stackable. So yeah, well, the beans too. Oh, bye, right, Red Silo. Early night tonight for you, huh? No, I'm off to snooze land. Hope everyone has an amazing week ahead. You too. Thanks for coming in. You must be tired if you're skedaddling out early tonight. But love you. See you throughout the week and hopefully next Sunday, my friend. Have a safe week. Erin says, amazing, Fuzzy. That's a huge accomplishment. I agree. See, now Fuzz's birthday, I'm just going to call him Fuzz. His birthday's falling on Mother's Day again, he said, and mine has been constantly falling on Easter, except for this year. And Mother's Day is May the 9th, so it's kind of early this year. But good night again, Red Silo Homestead. Thank you, my friends. Heather Lynn says, my husband doesn't really eat carrots, so it's just me. I don't process carrots, so it's just eating during the summer. Well, that's good. Well, these nubbers, I call them nubbers. They're like 40, 45-day priority. It's probably over in my other bag of like craziness. They're good for roasting. So I was thinking about planting them first and then go in with my Scarlet Nantes or something like that, or get the long ones out of the way and then go in with a quicker one. That really might be the smartest way to do, but I'm going to tell you what, I think I'm getting really OCD. I'm like, I said to my friend last night, I'm like, oh my gosh, could I take up a whole bed with carrots? I'd probably go nuts, you know? Square foot gardener, high intensity, and it's like a whole bed being occupied with carrots. I don't think I could do that. Half the bed I could deal with, the other half, no, I cram a bunch of food in there. But I'm going to have some for the freezer. Like quick wash them, whatever. I may quickly blanch them and then put them in the freezer because they're going to be for oven roasting. Those, oh, I don't want to be rude and get up and move, but anyway, the shorter type, I call them like nibblers, nubs, whatever. They grow about that long. They're like a little bit fatter. I was going to do them and use them all for roasting in the oven or to add into like stews. And then my Bugs Bunny carrots, as I like to say, they're going to get processed in jars and put up on the shelf. Eka, hello. ECAT. Oh, I don't remember it again. You might have to shoot me. My brain is so fried. But hi, how are you? I just say Eka. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend and an even better week. Heather says, I thought that the one row at a time for carrots would be a little bit more manageable for thinning, pulling up for me this year. Okay, Heather, I'm going to give you a word of advice. This is very helpful. It's going to be a little hard. I mean, even coming from me. But if you can be really precise and get one carrot seed per hole and you space it out. Okay, don't nobody yell at me, but square foot gardening is about 24 carrot seeds per square foot for me. One carrot. Because I feel like I am like that 1870s homestead. She's like, doesn't have the time for thinning. Neither do I, apparently, the way the season's going already. So I'm going to be really precise of getting one carrot in each hole, and I'm going to pack a whole half a bed. So my square foot, it could go it's probably going to be 24 seeds per square foot. So that would be a lot of carrots. Let's see. There's links are being dropped. My guess over what Mel weighs. I don't even know what I weigh. I don't even go on a scale anymore. I just try to eat. You know, finding the kitties. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Gonna flip a sausage. Okay. We discovered that our soil was the wrong pH number for cucumbers. Okay. So just, a few certain little adjustments and that will solve itself out real quick. Uh, Hobby garden for health. Hello, hello. Yeah, there's been way too many fires, right? I mean, that's crazy. And now it's Azure. It's like, what is going on? But Hobby Garden for Health, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Good to see you in here. Hobby Garden for Health is also saying hello and good evening, everyone. Heather says we buy locally made bread. It goes moldy really fast in our apartment, so we keep it in the refrigerator. It will also go bad in the refrigerator. Little tip, take out like what you could eat, you and your husband, and put the rest in the freezer. Now, I did just something because of having no time. I mean, I could get it to show it to you, but I mean, what's the big deal, right? Hold on. I mean, to me, it's a big deal. This is why I went to Lou's Farm Market here on Monday. I think it was Monday because there was John here last Sunday. Shocking. I think it was Monday I went to Lou's Farm Market, or Tuesday, maybe it was. And I never really see it, but I make it really, really well. But I'm like, I have no time to do anything. So there you go, my friends. $4.99 for cinnamon raisin bread. And I haven't even had a piece of it yet because the toaster wasn't out in the kitchen. I mean, it's still super fresh, but $4.99 says Lou's Fresh Baked, Lou's Farm Market. They're a little bit pricey. They're not really like a farm market, if you want my honest opinion, but they're a little bit pricey. But I mean, I make really good cinnamon raisin bread and just need to stop, like I went there and I think I got my Cooper Sharp cheese and peppered ham. Saw this and was like, okay, I'm grabbing that as well. Then I looked down and found $100 bill too to boot. So, I mean, I was already having a poopy-ish kind of day. And then I was like, oh, $1. I didn't look, I just picked it up and then it was $100 bill. True story. Melody Fuzzy was never 600 pounds. It was a joke. Only weight 145 like forever. Oh, you goof. I thought you were serious. You said that last week. That's why I thought you were serious. Erin says it's crazy. All the food recalls. Maybe it's always been this way. I just never paid attention, but seems produce, meat, etc. is always being recalled. I feel as if some things are really a lot more being recalled because it was sitting at port for like forever, floating around down in the water. That's what I think, but who am I? I'm just a concerned person. Oh, bye, Huga. Love you, girly. Thank you for coming in. Yes, more recalls nowadays, says Hobby Garden for Health. Just craziness, though. So I'm going to go back to baking bread, and I'm going to go back to making cinnamon raisin bread. I don't know if y'all think this is expensive. $4.99 here, and I can't really tell you, like, how big the size is. Maybe if I hold it this way, you can see the size. So $5. So Mel's got to get moving. Fuzz says food processing plants burning down, cat and dog food shortages. What's next? Exactly. Exactly. It's just really crazy. Paul, your brother's is the 7th. Wow. Gonna have a lot of birthdays coming up. Okay. Ultimate Acre says I was finally able to, I think that's plant my herbs and plant a few fruit trees that came in this week. Plums, mangoes, and pineapple tree cuttings. Hopefully they take to the fabric pots and Arizona sun. Hopefully they do. I don't know about in pots. I mean, I just dug up 2 blueberry bushes because of this vine here. It's just choking it out. They're in 2 whiskey barrels. They seem to be doing well. So we'll see. The deer ate our carrots while we were out of town. At least that's all it ate. The things weren't growing anyway, just big tops and tiny carrots. Huh. That is usually, well, let's see. There's like, you put bone meal in with carrots. You could use mycorrhizae. I'm probably saying it wrong, my friends. I don't. Um, that sounds like a lot of nitrogen if it's getting all green tops. That would be the same if it was a tomato and a pepper plant growing a lot of green and no fruit. It's usually too much nitrogen, Miss Andel. Ultimate Acre said I smuggled potatoes, apple seeds, and sorghum seeds already sprouted, so I potted them up too. Wow, that's awesome. But what is, it sounds familiar to me. I'll probably butcher the name. Is it sorghum or sorghum? Is it said like that? I have deer coming out my ears, but they stay out of the garden. Well, that's good. Like I said, we have the fencing up here now because this big 75-pound dog here, I was going to call her a deer, getting in and going on my beds is not a good thing. Not a good thing, my friends. Crap ton of birthdays in May and June, then August and October. Yeah, I hear you there, Paul. Hope everyone had a good weekend, says Chris. Welcome in, Chris. Heather Lynn, my husband will eat a tiny bit of cooked carrots when I make cooked carrots, but that is all of the carrots that he will eat. Yeah, so maybe try, like, you can't water bath carrots. You can only pressure can them, so that's going to be good for me because, I'm going to be starting out pressure canning and not a water bath can. But I definitely want carrots. I have some left in the freezer for roasting, so they're going to go in with something this week, and I'm going to finish them up. And then, so I want ones for the freezer for just throwing in a pan, roasting them in the oven. I do it with brown sugar and oh my Lord, like a whole carrot. So good, like 350, a little S&P, just delicious. But, my Bugs Bunny carrots, I'm going to can all those. Irish Spring soap, I've heard of that. You break Irish Spring soap in half and you put it around your garden to keep out any rodents, pests, or anything like that. Deer. Wow, Paul loves carrots. He hates anything that's green. Fuzz, seriously? Fuzz says, this is to Erin. This is why I'm reading this out loud. My kids were born June 14th, July 4th, August 29th. It's the reason why I said, wow, really? Because I didn't plan it. I had a summer baby, August the 18th, 1986. And then I had my Johnny in February, which is winter, so February the 5th. And then Jarrett was my Memorial Day baby. Well, Memorial Day weekend baby. So, and they were all three of them. It was a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Definitely not planned. Ultimate Acre says my birthday is the 9th and my granddaughter's is the 8th and my oldest sister is the 7th. Wow, that's nice. One of us had to make Mother's Day. Well, happy early birthday. If I see you on here by then, I obviously will say happy birthday again to everyone. You can keep the deer out. I don't even think they like Irish Spring because we get deer down at the corner, and you can put Irish Spring around, and apparently they don't like it either, from what I heard. So Heather says her goal is that when we have a house someday and actually have freezer space is to grow more and freeze certain things. Sounds like a great plan, actually, Heather. June the 7th, 14th. Let's see. 11 to 17. Wow, that's a big family. Okay, so Paul, I'm going to read this out loud. Paul is saying, people, if you are a creator and would like your links posted, please let me know if I have not already posted your link. Okay, so if you're new here, and I do see a couple new faces, welcome again. When you come over here on a Sunday, the way that I like to give back, besides now, this will be the third Sunday of doing like 2 channels, sometimes 3, and I'll shout them out. But when you come over, we post your links. That's my way of showing love, and everybody can make friends. Okay, good, Heather. Melody, how do you preserve your home baked breads? It molds so fast, but I love it. How do I preserve it? Like, I'll just give you an example. This is like different for me. I remember my mother-in-law used to talk about this phase and stage of life when she used to be like, oh, it's such a pain to cook for just me and dad. Now it's me and Jimmy, but he has a much bigger appetite than I do. For an example, what I would probably do is if I make cinnamon raisin bread and I'm taking the time out of my life and away from a gazillion other things, I would make two and I would have one out to toast, butter, so forth and so on. Make sure that it gets eaten, at least half of it out for to be eaten. You could put the other half in the fridge. They do have bread boxes and bread bags, but the other loaf will go into the freezer. And that's how I prevent, losing it so quickly. They actually sell at Walmart. I don't really go to Wally World, but I know this for a fact because Heather from the Needy Homesteader, her older videos, because I followed her a really long time, she used to get two. They're called bread bags. They come in a box and they're specifically meant for bread. And she never really seemed to have a problem with anything molding either. So it would kind of look like this a little bit. It comes with the twisty ties, so you could try that route. Let's see. Melody, that's the $100 I slipped into your thong last month. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I wish. I wish, But it was just crazy though, because I was kind of bummed and in the dumps. And I was just like, well, that's lucky. Find $1 on the ground, and I was so not with it. I didn't even look. And then as I left, did I go somewhere else after that? Maybe I didn't. And when I got back, I was like, oh, that was $100. Like God was, like dropping that. They say when you lose someone, you'll find pennies from heaven. When I moved here, I was seeing a lot of pennies laying around. So yeah, that was a blessing. I used pretty much most of it to kind of replace some things that died. We're going to keep it real over here like I always do. Well, I had red acre cabbage seeds and planted that died. Couldn't buy that because they don't have any. Some of my broccoli was really good, but then I bought more broccoli. Cauliflower all died in here from the humidity, so I bought the cauliflower. I think that's it. And then I goofed and had an extra pack of cauliflower when I meant to buy, hold on, it's southern, collard greens. So, needless to say, I ended up with extra cauliflower, and I'm like, uh-oh, I made a mistake. I meant to get some collard greens. Because I didn't have the seeds for it. Fuzz says I had 2 sons and 1 daughter. Same here, 1 daughter and 2 sons. My daughter is what now? Oh my gosh, I can't even think. I'm like older than a box of rocks these days. I think she's, let me see, I just turned, what did I just turn? It's weird because we're this, I don't want to say like the same age. She was, okay, she's 34. She'll be 35 in August, the 18th. But we tend to catch up, like that last number. Does that make sense without me divulging my age? Same here, Fuzz. I raised mine, honey, all by myself. Let's see, I think that's expensive, but we have to splurge once in a while. I do too, Miss Andale, but if I got it on Tuesday, I'm going to take half of this out and I'm going to put it in the freezer immediately. And then I'll leave like a quarter of it out and I'm going to toast it, put some butter. I'm definitely like a butter gal. And I'll be eating up some of this because I was like, that would be like a total waste. Oldest. That's what I said, honey badgers. That's a large family. Let's see. I started making my own bread again. Yeah, I'm going to go back to doing that because I'm not really willing to spend $5 for cinnamon raisin bread. When, honest to goodness, I can guarantee you. Well, mine has the cinnamon swirl going in it. I don't see that in this. But yeah, I'm not being a snob, but my cinnamon raisin bread is way better. I don't know if I made it for the channel. If I did not, let me write that down. I will make cinnamon raisin bread for anyone that just wants to make cinnamon raisin bread, learn how to make it, you know, so that I do, when the big C happened, I got nervous for people that weren't prepared like I was, and I immediately posted a video on how to make a basic white bread. Like a 10-year-old could make it. It's so easy. So that's on there. But if you still want to go back and dig and that type of thing, I mean, I can also show you how to make white bread and what turns it into sandwich bread. I can do that if you really, you know, if you would like that. Which one now? Okay, thank you, Mel. That could be. Let's see. I decided to start freezing the ciabatta rolls that we buy because I found that we only used up to half the package, 3 out of 6 before they got moldy. Yep, great idea, Heather Lynn. Great idea. Our bunny food. I like carrots. Oh, he's cute. I may have climbed a mountain today, but that mountain kicks my bleep, says Chris, most likely from Cosmic Cultivators. But yeah, though, cut yourself some slack, though, Chris and Gina. You're coming off a winter and it was cold. We're all out of shape. You know what I mean? Even if we try to eat healthy. So I think you can give yourself a free pass, you know, from just like the winter sometimes when you get back into exercising. It's killer. Believe me, I know. We only have an apartment size freezer right now with no shelf in the freezer. Okay, well then you're making do with what you have. I understand. Let's see. The rooster. Hello, hello, hello. I said, sorry I'm in late. You're never late here. I love you. Still trying to get rid of the darn cough, but much better. Glad to see you, Melody. I am really, really glad to see you. Are you feeling better, I hope? I think I'm gonna, it seems pretty light, don't it? This lemon balm. But I am going to be sipping. Thank you, everyone that helped me out with my, I should stir this. That helped me out with my lemon balm. Like, I've grown it, preserved it. Oops. Now I'm going to need a rag. Is it going to make me sleepy? Conversation. Use word awesome. Because it definitely didn't make me sleepy. I did throw a chamomile in there. It didn't make me sleepy. But it definitely did relax me. Which, if I'm relaxed, well, then I can sleep good. So I wanted to give that a stir. But Rooster, I'm so happy to see you in here. Let me wipe up my mess. If you want to know what I'm doing, I put some lemon balm in my French press right there. I'm sorry. And I was just letting it steep for a while so I could sip some tea during tonight's live with this, because this is good, but I don't want to open my really good one. Wildflower honey, organic by Simple Nature, US grade A, product of Brazil. This is delicious inside, you know, teas. For me it is anyway. So let's see. But I'm so happy to see you. Skinner Farms. Well, hello, my friend. Hey, Melanie. Sorry I'm late. You're never late. No one's ever late here. I'm just happy to have you here. Arkansas Woodcutter. Hello. How are you? I did watch church this morning. That's what I call it when I come over there on Sundays. I just didn't leave a comment. I like to listen and pay attention. That wasn't me. That's the honey. I like to pay attention to what you're saying. But hello, Arkansas Woodcutter. Very quickly, Voon sent me out some type of seed, and it said shared from Arkansas Woodcutter. So I'm like, yes, I'm going to have Arkansas Woodcutter in my garden. So welcome in. So happy to see you. Eka says, I've got way too many tomato plants. I'm going to give lots of them away. Okay, so let me drop the bomb on you all now. All my tomatoes I grew last year. I think this year I probably planted maybe 300. And I'll be lucky. I don't want that many tomatoes. I still have a lot left over, but I can replenish in some areas. I'm mainly growing for other people. I will stock up my stash just a little bit. But I don't know, my friends. We'll have to see. It may end up being around anywhere maybe from 100 to maybe 200 this year. Scaled it back. Well, my roommate killed them off. Let's just be honest here with the heat in here. But Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. Josh, Arkansas Woodcutter. Very happy to have you. Honeybed. Okay. Everyone's saying hello. Same here. 2 sons, 1 daughter, says Cindy Brown. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Happy Sunday. I hope you had a fantastic week and weekend. Captain Kangaroo? Question mark? I don't know Arkansas Woodcutter if I know all the slang. I'm trying to think what it was. It might have been a bean. I think it might have been some form of a bean. I'm still over here in Pennsylvania trying to get myself some elderberry. Elderberry. I've been talking about it since last year. Amy from Crazy Family Homestead, she switched her name up a little bit. She sent me out like 2 cuttings and they didn't make it over the winter on the windowsill. So it's just, I mean, like little baby type ones. Early at the end of the season last year, so they had to get through the whole winter and they just didn't make it. She did tell me I could plant them outside, but they definitely wouldn't have made it, outside either. But I have to get some big time. So Arkansas Woodcutter, I know that you have lots of elderberry. Can you help a girl out, please? That would be just awesome sauce. Hi, Cindy. Cindy. Let's see. I love French toast with that bread. Yeah, where I moved from before I came here. What is it? Oh, oh my goodness. You're on here. I'm going to have like a total brain fart. Well, anyway, they make really good sticky buns and they make a bread that is more swirled. Like the bread is swirled and it's a cinnamon raisin bread. And I used to get Fritz's. Fritz's really known for like their cinnamon buns and stuff. I make my own. But anyway, they have the swirl cinnamon raisin bread, and I used to buy that for the holidays and make French toast out of it. Amazing. But I make French toast casserole, so I didn't have to just stand over the stove. And then I got really smart and I started making that Jimmy Dean's breakfast casserole. So good. So good. Amazing. But yeah, that's really good for French toast, and that's a really good idea if I get hungry after live tonight. Arkansas Woodcutter says, I love French toast with that bread. But it was $4.99, my friend, so I'm going to go back to making breads. Do they still teach kids how to cook at school? Probably not, if I just had to guess, Eka, because they're teaching kids things we don't want them to know about. Why would they teach them something that's fundamental? Like when I went to school, I was in home economics. I loved it. I loved the whole cooking aspect, and I don't know, maybe that's what kind of did it for me. And I also went to industrial baking school, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think when my kids were in school, I think they still had it. Can't speak for now though. I do have a grandson who's 15 who's in school, but he never talks to me about that. But he's distinguished honors. He's doing really, really well. Oh, thank you, Miss Andel. I forgot about that. You guys are amazing. Let me say this. I did a Back to Basics playlist at the beginning of the Big C. And it might not be fully organized. Some of my playlists I have to spend time to work on. But yeah, that's when I was by myself with 2 dogs as the virus situation was going on. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I mean, it literally saved my life. I did literally like instructional videos on how to plant seeds, but it was mentally really good for me. And I felt like I was playing a role in helping people on the other end. Some of those videos are a little bit longer, but there is a Back to Basics playlist that Miss Andel found. So thank you, Miss Andel, for posting that. No questions at the moment, just here for the support. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Cindy Brown says my oldest would have been 29 this year. Oh no, Cindy, I'm so sorry. I would be in a straitjacket. I can tell you that right now. Lemon balm is really light colored anyway. Looks delicious. Thank you, Miss Andel. I was hoping I was doing it right. Rooster says, yes, Melody, somewhat better. At least I'm back on 2 feet. Much love to you also. Yeah, I hope, well, you ended up catching the C, right? Is that what this conversation's about? I haven't, knock on wood. but also, you know, I kind of live in a bubble. Um, but yeah, I hope you didn't have like a bad case, my friend. So, first lemon balm tea on live that I preserved and harvested from last year in my Stay Golden Girl mug. So how cute is that? Uh, prisons are more equipped than public schools. Ultimate Acres, agree. Hi, Teresa Shans. Happy Sunday. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you had a glorious weekend. How was everyone's week? First thing we made at school was beans on toast. First thing I made at school, true story, I don't know what it's called. I look at it now as being like a Buckeye. I know what a Buckeye is. I actually did a whole video on that and I just was my worst critic. I never uploaded it. But it was like peanut butter, confectionery sugar with these little teeny tiny mini chocolate chips. Home economics. First thing I ever made. Okay, definitely more honey. Definitely more honey for me. It's not that sweet. Let's see. But welcome in, Teresa. That's my finger. Sorry, my friends. You ain't old enough for a kid that old to be. Yes, I agree. Ultimate Acres. At the Rooster, please get back to 100%. Agreed. 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 Let's see. Dang, 200 tomatoes. We didn't grow that many and we sell plants. Well, yeah, I grew a lot, but I lost a lot. It probably would have been about 350 this year because I'm feeding 6 other families. I'm just going to take a guess and go at the lowest, like maybe I'll end up with 100. But 100's better than none. It's the way I look at it. Have to be grateful for the small things. But the peppers are doing good. But look up there how crazy big those peppers are. You see them? This is why I need to get them outside and start topping them off with more dirt if it's needed, clean them up, and then start trying to hardening, I'm so sorry, hardening them off. Sorry about my quickie video I posted. I'm going to keep this real. Sorry about my quickie video that I posted about, and I did change the titles, like the title, just like seeds instead of seeds from Home Depot, because it was like a drive-by. But wouldn't it be shocking for my channel not to discuss another piece of drama? Oh my goodness gracious, my friends. I didn't get involved, but I will share this. Okay, so you already know about Miss Crazy. So the reason why I didn't get involved in the big house back here is Jimmy's niece's aunt. And I was working in the garden and she called Jimmy over and started yelling at him. I feel so disrespected. You didn't even ask me if you could get chickens. And I'm like, what? Oh, she was on that. So Jimmy's niece went to school for law and she's like, you can't be telling him what he could do on his property. You know, legally by law, he can have chickens, blah, 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 blah. She turned it in. Doesn't matter because they were already out here like, oh, that looks super cute. You know, would like to get some too. So could you imagine like 10 or 12 times keep saying like, I don't want chickens. I don't want chickens. I don't want chickens. I did not say a word because I felt as if even though that's not Jimmy's family, it's his niece's aunt. And I'm not a disrespectful person, but I'm like, I'll tell you what, cray and crazy. I mean, where do people, are people paying other people's mortgages these days? Oh, and then let's go with this one. It's not a homestead over there, Jim. That's involving me, of course. And then, because she was mad, she's like, if she blogs with a B, not with a B, if she blogs and my house is in it, there's going to be trouble. Well, that's considered public and I can't avoid it. It's a big, she has a beautiful big house. But if her address was on the back, I would never like go in that direction. I'm not disrespectful like that. So yeah, so Jimmy was on somebody's poop list and I said, Jimmy, you always got to be 10 steps ahead. I would just, cause she told him like, oh, I'm going to call your nieces like, ooh. So he spoke to them, and I don't know. Lisa is really funny. I love Lisa. Her comeback was classic. And then the aunt back there, it's her niece, I guess. She's the one that went to school for a lawyer and was just like, yeah, I know. She just called me, and I'm going to tell her the same thing I'm telling you. You can do whatever you want. It's your property. So I was, mum's the word, said nothing, said to Jimmy, I'm not a blogger, right? I said, and if she had an address on the back side of her house, yeah, I would be a little concerned too. But I said, I'm not disrespectful like that. I said, I chose to leave you out there to dry and let you defend for yourself this time around, because me, you don't want me to say anything, because, I would be saying, like, if you're not financing me, feeding me, and bleeping me, then mind your own bleeping business. That would be me. But I just chose not to get involved. But could you imagine the audacity of trying to tell people what they can do on their own property? And it's gorgeous here. It's immaculate. And she made a comment like, you have a hammock out front under a tree. It's like Kensington. Right then and there, I did feel like saying, like, why, have you ever been to Kensington? There's a thing here in Pennsylvania down in the city that's called like Kensington Avenue. Friends, subscribers, newbies, it's horrifying. I can guarantee you not one toe of hers has she ever stepped in Kensington. So we spoke to some of the neighbors today, and they were like, oh, this is just ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. There's a hammock under a tree, and apparently that's K&A-ish. Like, give me a break. So that happened actually yesterday. I chose to collect my dogs and just come in the house and mind my own business before I say something, I would regret. I did say hello, right, Teresa? Teresa Shans. Oh, really? That's okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. Let's see. And I don't like drama. Sean always tells me, like, don't advertise drama. But listen, I'm real over here. These are things I'm experiencing, like $1,000 fence with Goofy out there, and now this. I didn't get involved in that because that's family. But for you to keep telling them, like, oh, well, you didn't ask my permission. It's not on your property. I looked at Jimmy like, dude, bringing his parents up. And Jimmy said the same thing I said once before. Like, it must be this thing because Jimmy and his parents never used the Outback. But, tried to tell me what to do. I don't stand for it. So I didn't want to get involved. Jimmy has to speak up for himself. And he did. Elderberry's easy to propagate in the ground. Yeah, if I had some red, that'd be awesome. Let's see. About to have us built on you. We end up with more than we need at 50. We really like black. How do you say that one? I planted a black one this year. I'm just not sure what's making it. You know what might end up happening? I don't know if you were in my lives at the time where I said, well, there's like a method to my madness. On this shelf, like over here, I have smaller ones that would be for going out later. They may end up being going out with everything else. We'll have to see. It's like I said, it's been difficult here. Cindy Brown, thank you. I'm good now. Glad everybody's asking Rooster how he's been feeling. I love the love in here. That is true too, Sapphire's Red. That is so true. I made sure with my kids that I taught them all the fundamentals I wanted them to learn and know and have knowledge at the home, and didn't really count on the school. But the school should be teaching them certain things, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that was a good point. Says it's not up to the state to teach our children. It is up to us to educate our children. Amen to that. Not if you keep it really watered. My granddaughter is cooking in high school. Oh, that's awesome, Teresa. Cindy Brown said my son took culinary arts. I loved it. I fell in love with it. Arizona's a different climate. I don't believe it will grow. That's tough to grow in Arizona. Cindy's place. She's in the desert. I don't want to say it's exactly Arizona, but however, you will have medical plants in your area. Do you trust me going under Amazon? and getting an elderberry plant. Like at this time of year, I would have been foraging for dandelions, but I'd have to go up. I do have to get my license renewed. So if I go up there to do that, I'll probably go to my favorite wooded spot and pick some dandelion leaves and the flowers, make dandelion tea. Which the first time I ever did that, boy, oh boy, was that a rude awakening. I did like a dandelion tea and put it over ice, and that was not a good idea. Unless you want to be completely cleansed, is what I will say. So, yeah. Um, let's see, close to Sacramento. Economics in 6th, 7th grade, and then that I didn't start cooking again big time until the last 15 years or so, says Bosch. Yeah, I was an academic student in school, even though it may not seem like it now. Dark ginger. Oh my goodness. Central California in the house. Choose your seed like you would a mate. Can the mate hunt and fish? Do they have any skills that will keep you alive? That's really good, Fuzz. That's a good one. Good honey, it lasts forever. Very true. I do have a very big one out there, and that's why I'm finishing this up. Because in my bedroom, I have like a refrigerator in there, and I have my Keurig on the top. And yeah, it's the same way I did it at my house. So I kind of can roll out of bed and make a cup of coffee. That's not really what I do though. But I do have a Keurig in there. But if I want a cup of tea at night, if I'm not sleeping well due to my anxiety, which holy canoodles, welcome to my life with, in between two, no wonder with my anxiety. But yeah, just drink some calming tea and I'm good to go. Gingerbread girls, Paul, really? You love yourself some gingerbread girls? I don't know. I'm considered strawberry, I guess. I've been told honey isn't good in hot tea or coffee over 105 degrees Fahrenheit. I was told the good properties break down at 105. I have no idea, but I did this at the beginning of live. I don't like my tea too hot. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I don't know. Stay tuned though. I do have a video that's coming out. Did I say this last week? I'm posting it this week. It's just been busy here. Chicken coop bills and all that type of stuff. I try to deal with the weather. If it rains, I try to get some things done in here. And I started like a coffee, tea, hot chocolate bar. So I will be posting that this week. I just need to have like different like mats or whatever to go down inside the cabinet. Yeah, I would too. That's good. If I was in the high desert again, I would be learning what the First Nation people grew there. That was good. We just don't know what it is. Doesn't follow normalcy symptoms. Some freaky thing that got my immune system down. Well, they say there was a viral thing that was going on. It actually put my niece's husband in the hospital. Well, he went to the hospital and it took them like 6 hours before no, 8 hours before they even got him to the back to be evaluated. And then just like off on the side. So he ended up spending the night. So there is something going around. Lots of stuff that builds up the immune system. Elderberry. Unless she has a privacy fence, she can do nothing about her house being in a block. That's true, Cindy Brown. That is so true. And I was just ignorant, It was just ignorancy. I think she wanted a response out of me, but I don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't think so. Entitled and Karen's really, yeah, my friends said the same thing. It's like, they're so glad that I'm not their bleeping neighbor. And then I just said, well, am I making a mistake again by not getting involved? I really don't want to be involved. I said, but then again, I feel like when I'm quiet, like what happened with the real goofy neighbor, then you end up being a doormat until you flip your lid. I just felt like because that's a little family related there, I'm not getting involved. But I was just thinking, who's the heck do people think they are these days? If you're not paying the mortgage and the bills every year and doing, how dare you try to tell somebody what to do? And it's like, oh, it's going to bring in wildlife. There's already wildlife here. Facts. What else was being said? just like 10 or 15 times, I don't want chickens. I don't want chickens. If they're going to get over into my yard. No, they have a coop and a run. I know he did say that. But, you know, she wanted to throw in two little digs, like it's not a homestead was the one. And what was the other thing? Oh, I'm a vlogger. No, she said I was a blogger with a B. You know, I just ignore her. But my friend, who's a guy, I call him Mr. Clean because he shaves his head bald. And he was like flipping on the phone. He's like, if I have to come over there, and I said, listen, well, that would be nice for somebody to actually have my back. This whole thing, like, oh, Mel, don't say nothing. Don't say, I don't. And that got me nowhere with the one neighbor where we put in $1,000 privacy fence who was still looking over at my roommate the other day. And I'm like, Jimmy, you have an audience. I was like, but Jimmy's one niece summed these two up pretty well. So I won't advertise that on here. And it's weird because this is like, you don't really know it's here. It's very close to the river. It's down the back. Always like conservative here. And it's like, I think a little people are just trying to see what they can do. I feel like it has somewhat to do with me, like, because I'm not standing up for myself. They just think they're going to push me around. And I dropped the whole subject. Everything's resolved. You know, his niece went to law school. It's in the township guidelines. We're good. We're good. But I thought, okay, it's time for Jimmy to now see what goes on here, and it's time for him to handle this. I'm not doing it anymore. I handled her. He can handle this. That's the way I looked at it. But if you can see what Paul wrote, entitled "Pricks and Karens really pissed me off." Me too. Let's see. I don't think so. At least it wasn't. Me and my dad was looking for Karens the other day. Yeah, that's a total Karen. Love the words financing, feeding me. Thank you. Or just say what's on your mind, my friend. Listen, I have a gay friend. We go back since I was like, I don't know. I was definitely older than he was. Maybe I was, well, I moved from Mount Pocono. I don't know. Maybe I was like 17. And he didn't come out till later that he was gay. That's neither here nor there. But, you know, he always knew I always wanted to stand up for myself and so forth and so on. And he was like, girl. And I can still hear him to this day, all these years later. It's like, and I said to Jimmy, my roommate, who wants me to stop calling him my roommate, but I'm like, there's too many Jimmys. He's like, I said, Jimmy, and I love my friend. I did say if my gay friend Jimmy was around, he'd be like, listen, if you're not financing me, feeding me, bleeping me, mind your own effing business. My roommate laughed. So, yeah, Skinner Farms, you wrote that out really good. Very, very said drug infested area. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I've went down into the city and was just like, what the heck? So I have a hammock and it's under the dogwood tree out front that's beautiful and bloom and white. The property's immaculate, and it's like, oh, you know, I keep my property all nice and blah, 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 blah. And it was just suddenly, I think Jimmy said she's either German or Polish, and she's loud, like yelling loud, and said, you have a hammock under your tree. It's like K&A or Kensington Ave. I just walked away because I'm not one of those people that would make a statement like that. I don't know if she's ever seen Kensington Avenue, but it is atrocious down in the city. It's atrocious. So I highly doubt she stuck a toe down there. And having a hammock is not trashy. Like I said, it's immaculate here. And I think that was just all done out of trying to maybe throw a slight little dig at me, but I don't really care. Because guess what? My hammock's still there. And Jimmy doesn't care. I said to Jimmy, you could put a Martha Stewart swing out on your front lawn. If you wanted a trampoline, my friend, on the front lawn, and you want to jump up and down on it, go for it. You know what I mean? So that was that. Which obviously we're not going to get a trampoline, my friends. Maybe that was more out by Huzzes. When I grew up there, it was full of 4-H kids. When you grew up where, Teresa? See, like I'm glad I got some experience with the city before it was like ghetto. You couldn't pay me to live in the city. That's why I don't live in the city. I raised my kids right here. We'll up a little bit further, but I mean, I like townships. The police are very good. It's very safe. Just this particular area right here is, I kind of refer to it as like gated, but there's no gate. Like if you don't go down, like you, some people are just like, well, I never knew this was back here. But multiple neighbors we spoke to today that are perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, there's somebody down the street that has chickens that we found out today. And two of the neighbors this way on the river want to now get chickens. So how about that for you? Uh, See you next. Yeah, that was said by somebody. We don't bother anyone with. We just sold the house and the new landlord was like, yep. Okay, there's plenty of new Karen videos on YouTube daily. Oh, that's horrible. I do have a tough time with people like that. Me too. And I just try to be nice to everyone, but and she knows there was a problem. Here's the thing. They were out there all talking poop on Anne, and yet yelled this at Jimmy yesterday. Even Anne's not happy. She only did that to be spiteful because that's the woman that was harassing me for, I don't know, a few months. And she's a total, you know, 2 nickels short of a dime. Cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. The neighbor here is not. I will not say she's like that. I think she was just initially upset because he was getting chickens. And I guess they don't know that Jimmy will stand up for himself. Well, now they saw that, he is. Like it is. I'm a first old guy. I dethrone my dog poo. Oh, and then they brought up Jimmy's dog, like, oh, you're taking up more room from her running around. But as soon as she wasn't looking, Trinity's running around like a goof in circles. But yet their dog's out there on a leash. So that dog doesn't get to run around. And Jimmy also said other times it's on a lead and the lead's like 4 inches. So I was like, I let him vent and say what he wanted to say. I just didn't really get involved in that. Oh, well, that's what's weird. It's extremely nice here. It's just, some people like to try to tell you what you should do, but unless they're paying the mortgage, they need to mind their own business. Thank you all so much for your concern. Love you all. Oh, you're the best. Look at the chef's class in high school. Oh, Heather Lynn said that she took the chef's class in high school. That's awesome. It's good experience. Yeah, I've had wonderful neighbors, believe me. I just kind of said to them yesterday, like, this is just beyond kooky for me. Life skills that included cooking. Yep, so did my kids too. Paul says all Karens should win their own island in the Pacific. Then a passageway to get there one way only. All the Karens on one island would be one hell of a lively show. Yeah, they'd probably kill each other. Yeah, Miss Andel, that dandelion tea, a good system cleaner. Good to know, she says. Yeah, I mean, I made it as it was prescribed, but the directions didn't say, it's like a sipper type of thing. Well, I don't know, do your own research. I think if your body's not used to it, that's what that's about. And I was a little dehydrated at the time from coming in out of the heat, and I poured it over ice, and it was so good. So I guzzled like rocks glass full. Yeah, definitely is a cleaner outer for sure. I like my tea, coffee, and even cocoa hot. Well, Cindy, my coffee in the morning from my Keurig, I don't use as much cream as I used to, so it's a lot more hotter. And if it's not hot, that coffee's getting nuked, or warmed up in a pot or something, because I like my coffee. I only have 1 cup in the morning. Sometimes I don't always finish the whole cup, but I like that 1 cup of coffee in the morning, nice and hot. Nice and hot. If it was a different type of tea that didn't have honey in it, I would have it piping hot. But I have heard something similar to what we're just saying about, it does something to the honey, so I don't like to take it too hot. Hot chocolate, I love it all really, really hot. I like a lot of things hot. I figured I would throw out a little joke there. You should get hooked with the Kettle Farms about elderberry or wide family farm. Yeah, that would be Courtney. I didn't know. So was going to try to go through Jason Avers, but I'm not sure. Maybe I can catch one of his lives this week. I caught the week before, and I set the reminder for the week that just passed. Nothing. And I absolutely adore him and adore his lives. So, with that being said, yeah, so I'm going to have to try to find it. Go to his hell. I'd post the links, but I can't have one of the mods. Okay, Skinner Farms is saying I would post the links, but I can't. If one of the mods can, I think there's a lot of help in those two channels on Elderberry. That would be Wide Family Farm, which is Courtney, and then Copper Kettle Farms. Copper Kettle Farms lives up past me, like Williamsburg, Pennsylvania. A male Karen is called Dave. Is it really? Is that like true? A male Karen's called a Dave? Call him Jeffrey. You guys are funny. I wasn't even going to bring it up, but I just thought, well, that was involving my weekend. Oh my goodness. Like, I said, how much bullcrap do my subscribers have to put up with? Maybe they're used to running Jimmy over, so they're trying to bully him as usual. Well, actually, LP, that's a very good point. But like, I used to come here all the time, visit Jimmy's parents. They never really did use the yard. There's no, like, the property. There's no chemicals on it. Jimmy and I would go out there to use his smoker. And honestly, he didn't even really use it. And because he's out there doing things and he's building a chicken coop and he's not sitting in a chair, which is so much better for his health, it's like bit, 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 bit type of nonsense. Now he's getting to see what that's like. But he handled it well yesterday. He did handle it well, and he took my advice, and he did call both of his nieces. So, yeah, we don't need anyone's permissions. Hello, Ragnarok Prepper. How are you? Helen, greetings, Melody, and chat. I hope the night finds all of you well. That needs to be a t-shirt to Cindy Brown. Which one? Oh, I need a reminder, Paul. Come on, Homestead, who was in here last Sunday. You know, they're probably all hungover from the Shoot Tag Fest. I'm supposed to email them about a hat. So, I want to do my shout outs before, you know, I don't want to like fester on negativity with Goofy and Cray Cray over there. So this week's shout outs is going to be 2 channels. So, Paul, are you ready? So, Bountiful Harvest Abby, who we designed a sticker together, has 191 videos and she has 285 subs. She's not going to show her face till she's 18, but she's gifted. She's talented. She does a lot of work. That I would really say, go support Abby. She is beyond her years. Love her to pieces. Okay, so that's Bountiful Harvest Abby with 285 subscribers currently. I looked earlier today with 191 videos. I met Abby straight from the gate as soon as she started YouTube. And then my girl Nikki from Blue Farm has 350 subs and 56 videos. Remember, she sent me out those seeds to try to like practically save my garden season? Yeah. So Blue Farm, which is Nikki and Jay, that's her husband, and Bountiful Harvest Abby. So Blue Farm has 357 subs with 56 videos. Okay? And me, my friends, I got to 1,535 subs. So I got like a congratulations, and I'm over like 756 videos. Might be a little bit more than that. But I had to put up that video the other day, the seeds, because of the factor I was being pulled in every direction. So I went with Jimmy today because the outside spigot for the hose was like leaking really bad, and then ended up breaking the part that goes onto the hose. So Jimmy and I went back to Steve Heck was over. He fixed that. So a lot of things are getting done here, but everything's still a mess. Does that make sense? So we went to Home Depot together earlier this evening, and I'm really, really looking for the Ring of Fire sunflowers. Couldn't find them, of course. So, you know, that's what started the trouble, is me going in there looking for the Ring of Fire sunflowers. If anybody has any, please let me know. I can exchange some of my other ones. So I ended up getting more Autumn Beauty mix colors right there. I was looking for, it's like either chocolate sunflower and the, what did I just say it was? The Ring of Fire. I grew them before, and it's just amazing how I can't find them. And then this one is just sunflowers that are just mixed colors right here. So I picked up that as well. And then, ready, Miss Andale? I had a package of tendered mustard greens in my bag that I cart out the door. And I guess the lip fell over, and all the seeds fell on the bottom. I grew them fall going into winter. And yeah, so I picked up 2 tender green mustard greens. So I'm not sure if any of my southern friends have ever tried this type. It just says tender green mustard, 40 days to harvest. So yeah, I want to taste it. I didn't get to taste it last year because then the snow fell on it. And Miss Andale, look what I picked up. You ready? Georgia Southern Creole. Bam. Colors. I know it's C, but hopefully I have time. I have time, don't I? It says dark blue green stem plants from a large, dark blue green stem plants form a large open head of leaves, high in vitamin A, B1, B2, and C. Valuable in the south of winter greens. I hope it does good here. And I'm wondering if I could do this in a pot, or maybe I'll just plant it in a row. So how about that? Showed you that. And then if you know me, you know I love arugula. So I'm out of the it's slow bolt arugula. So I picked up this rocket arugula 2 packs just to have. I was also looking for some fall plants, but they really didn't have them. Last but not least, and I like burpee and furry morse, I found butterfly flower. Because you know I love my bees. And this says its bright orange flowers appear in summer, and they are followed by pointed seed pods. Has narrow foliage, upright growth habit, and much vigor. I want to see if this is perennial, annual. Let's see. Blooms every year, it says. Container friendly. So yeah, isn't that super cute? That's what I got today to add into my other ones. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi. So sad. I have a hammock. Wink, wink, laugh. That is funny, Chris from Cosmic Cultivators. He said, I have a hammock. Wink, wink, laugh out loud. I love my hammock. I need to move it to a shadier spot, but I love it. And if my neighbors don't like it, well, you all know what they can do. Exactly. Exactly. Like it's Jimmy bought his mom a dogwood tree. It blooms later than all the other trees, and it stays white for a pretty long time. I've always loved it from the moment that he got it. And that's where my hammock is. And it's out front under that tree because sometimes I need to get away from the garden and whatnot. If I go and lay out there, I'll just be up weeding, doing something, not really sitting still. And that's my down spot, is underneath that tree. I have a little table there. So yeah, I like my hammock, and it's going to stay there. So that was good, Skinner Farms. Let's see. We tried warning all proprietors to the behavior, so we knew it. Ooh. It kicked their butts. That's what it did, Ragnarok Prepper. Paul says, Melody, Josh said to hook up with, I know. Am I behind? Okay, you're supposed to post both the links. In Santa Margarita, a town of 500, a big ranch is all around it, so it hasn't grown. It's in California. Huh. Yeah, he said it went well, just kicked our butts, Ragnarok. Hey, Thor. Wait, is Thor in here? Did I miss him? I just thought I saw, hey, Thor. Oh, at Ragnarok Prepper. Oh. Yeah, and the person from the township came out, like, initially and was like, everything's so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. By the way, I like your chicken coop and I want to get chickens too. Oh, yeah. Because she's like, I turned you in, blah, 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 blah. He's like, okay. Well, she was already out. See, I'm friends with somebody that sits on the board. That's what these two don't know. So keep messing with me like that. I get it taken care of. Also, it was fun to be in the kitchen with my Nana. She was good at cooking and baking. I know that's like the best memories, Heather. Wow. Wow. Erin, that's deep. I'm seeing it. I'm just not reading it out loud, girl. Cindy Brown said, Paul Honeyman, the Karen Island needs to be in the Southern Ocean. Sure does. Rooster says, I've got cows and chickens. I've got 12 acres. One neighbor said, hey, you can't do that. Well, I said, you see chickens and cows? Well, I guess I can because they're there. So go home. So they are there. Gotcha. That was a good one. I caught the joke about hot things smell. I just thought I threw that out there, I can't help it, being single. I'm a little bit of a smart ass sometimes. So send the Karens to LA. Yeah, that's where they all belong. And he put them in the Pacific so they don't mess with the jet stream with all the hot air. That's funny. So, I figured I would share it, but I don't really like to. Thank you, Miss Andell, for posting Copper Kettle Farms. There's Wide Family Farm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Says Cindy, I said an island where they can't get off. Yep, change the name to Karenville. That's true, Teresa Shans. Kind of embarrasses me, you guys, having to say, like, but that situation was like worse with that goof over there compared to that. I said to Jimmy, maybe it's an aesthetic thing for her. I don't know. Like, and hello, she has a big house. Like, I love it. I think it's great. But I'm not going to purposely be like, oh, yeah, give me a break. So I think she just said that towards the end just to see if she could get a reaction out of me. No. But if it happens again, I will definitely stand up for myself. But right now, nope. You need his email address again? Yeah, and you can't get me on Facebook Instant Messenger because I deleted that off. And I'm having major trouble trying to open up a Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. It's just craziness. I don't know why it won't let me get in there. I killed my old account for good reasons. And I just wanted to have just a Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It on Facebook. And for some reason, I think it's saying my account's hacked or something silly. But yeah, he wanted me to email him about getting a hat. And I forgot. So I figured he's probably hungover. If I can get the email address or send it to my phone, you have my number. I think you do. I can email him tonight after live, and then when he has enough sleeps tomorrow, maybe or Tuesday, he should be recuperated by Tuesday. Then he'll see my email. Ragnarok, you know me, good stuff, most definitely. I love Rooster. I'm so glad that I met him. Ragnarok Prepper has been another one that I've really been quite fond of. And I sent you out squashes and a little surprise to Ragnarok Prepper. Crap, I tried to add the channel. Sorry, Paul, I wasn't thinking. Laugh out loud. She has a great channel. Bountiful Harvest Abby. Nikki has a good channel also. Yep. It's also adult hour over there if she's on later at night, so keep that in mind. Let's see. Yep, there's Nikki and Jace. Cindy Brown. Johnny Seeds has the Ring of Fires. Really, speaking of Johnny Seeds, Cindy Brown, because I know I'm behind, we're just going to roll with it. It's already been a stressful, I think they're a little late, don't you? I just got this in the mail. Is that not craziness? Craziness. Because, I usually will order, but what I did see in the sunflowers was Pro Cut White Night sunflowers. But yeah. And I don't know. I definitely want a stirrup hoe. Yeah, I do. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about like a ho-ho. I'm talking about a hoe. It's called the stirrup hoe right there. That's the one that I want because they like my bed. That one probably wouldn't be too bad either. So I could get right in if I do get weeds. So yeah, they just got my book. They just send my books in, and I'm like, I usually order like sometimes December. A couple years ago, I did it like as a Valentine's thing, but now you gotta be careful when you order. So I was just like, darn it. I need some Ring of Fires to go with my whole fence load of just beautiful sunflowers like I did last year. Mustard greens are good. Are they honey badgers, Homestead? Tell me how to cook them. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Do they need some apple cider vinegar? And Miss Andale says, awesome. Collards are delicious. Takes a long time, but you will be perfect. Be in perfect weather. Okay. Miss Andale, you should really do a video on collards. I don't claim to know a lot about collards, but I was growing a form of a collard last year, but it was getting stalky and stemmy. And it was in a whiskey barrel. I ended up ripping it out. Wasn't doing anything. Should I grow this in my no-till bed? Or do you mean like, should I start it now so that it's a fall crop? I don't know. Fill me in, my friend. Fill me in. Hi, Indiana Backyard Gardener. I love you. Hey, hey, she says. Thank you for posting out. Mel's building a chicken coop. Well, technically, my roommate's taken over the whole show. I got to be honest with y'all. He was just like, can I build a chicken coop? I'm like, do you know what you're doing? So I do have lots of videos coming up on this chicken coop build. And, I'm putting in my 2 cents of this, that, and the third. But I do want to ask people's opinions. Jimmy was just saying to me in the kitchen prior to me hopping in the shower that he wants to do the PVC for their like water in the winter here. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. First of all, he was going to get wrong chickens. I'm getting the chickens, right one for this area. And I said, no, because it freezes. You're on YouTube, looking up chicken coops. Don't you see what they deal with in the wintertime? Some will have like the black bowl and they'll crack it, or they melt snow. They go out there. So my opinion is no. But like Ragnarok Preppers on here, do you think that I should allow him to do the PVC watering system? I'm not liking the idea of it, just a 411. Plus, I feel like I can pick up their little water thing, bring it in the house, fresh water, and I don't have to go too far, treading in the snow to go give them some fresh water. And then he's talking about an aquarium filter if I'm worried about it freezing. Just don't think I'm going to like the look of the PVC either. And I want their food to hang and their water to be up. And I might switch over to a different type of watering bowl for them when the winter comes. So tell me what y'all think. In Skinner Farms, you're on here, so you know a lot about chickens. Melody, is this what you wanted from me? Yes, absolutely. I love my girl, Indiana Backyard Gardener, who I shouted out last week for watch hours. This week's 2 shout outs again was Bountiful Harvest Abby, who has 285 subs, 191 videos. And my girl, Nikki from Blue Farm, that has 357 subs, 56 videos. I did say this is what we're going to do here every Sunday now, is shout out 2-3 channels. You also get vitamin D just by being outside and planting in the sun. Yeah, I love it. But my roommate's not really used to it. But, if it gets too hot, then I'll have them do stuff in here. I just got home from a housewarming. I was in charge of the dessert table and drinks, super tired. How'd you do, girl? Was all the desserts and the drinks, I'm sure, delicious? Maybe that's their problem. Hammocks are shady. LP, that was good. That was good. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Link Skin posted. Suzanne says, hello, Indiana Backyard Gardener. How do you say that last? Is it Goulette? Hopefully I said it right. I put kohlrabi seeds in last week and that have already sprouted. Not sure what they taste like. I did some kohlrabi late fall going over through winter. Everything was doing really, really good, to be honest with you, till that ice storm came and it landed on everything. But there was one that was salvageable, and Jay ate it and said he thought it tasted like a cucumber. You do have to go out of the fiber first to get in, but yeah, he said it tasted like a cucumber. if that helps, Eka. Let's see. Grew kohlrabi first time last year. Loved it, says LP. LP, what did you think it tasted like? Kohlrabi. Decorates cakes. She made and decorated a lot of my family's wedding cakes over the years. That's so sweet. And that gives you good memories, Heather Lynn, for sure. I have seeds to send out tomorrow. If you want seeds on my live, I will be sending everything tomorrow. Some of the other prizes came from Amazon, so they have already gone out. Nice. Paul says, laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Being single makes us all a smart ass. Mel, laugh out loud. X's and O's. It's true. I could be a little bit of a smart ass. Big leg, let's dig it. I am sending you things tomorrow as well. Oh, you are, darling? Oh, you don't have to, but I would love it. LP, I've never heard of it, but it does grow fast. There she is, Nikki. I shouted you out tonight, girl. Love you, Melody. My husband is live. I just wanted to pop in and support. Yes, it was Bountiful Harvest Abby tonight as my shout out for 285 subs, 191 videos. And my second, I said it's my girl Nikki from Blue Farm, right there, who has 357 subs and 56 videos. So hopefully you will get some more subscribers. Your plants look amazing behind you. Thank you. Some are dead and some are alive. Cindy Brown says, bake a leg, just do IG. I am on there on Instagram. I spent a lot of time last year, like building up Instagram. I didn't get one subscriber from over there. So I don't know. Should I just put more effort? I think I got a little discouraged. And I used to have like a personal page. Long story short, I'm so busy now since like I got here and I'm not even like moved in that sometimes I forget to post over there. But you will catch me on there at night posting some things in my story that won't last, if you know what I'm saying. But welcome in, Nikki. I love you, girly. The skills that my Nana had probably came out of raising 6 kids and having to be frugal. I'm sure it did, for sure. Got the coffee. I love it. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Oh, Suzanne, you won that? That was, oh, I wish I would have won that. Her robot didn't like me, so I don't know. It kept telling me, like, I couldn't say anything. And then I think she was coming up on a bag, the first grow bag, and I was like, yay, grow bag. And it said no grow bag or something, and kept timing me out. It was like a weird thing. Let's see. But yeah, I guess I could just stay on Instagram. I don't know. Unless, I have to bug Miss Indiana Backyard Gardener. Like per usual. Adrian, can you help? So Adrian, I killed my Facebook, my personal one, and wanted to open up one for Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It, and for some reason I can't figure it out. It won't let me. I recently heard that the bigger they are or longer growing get a little woodier. I thought because mine was a lot of experimenting. Some things were under a row cover, some things were not. They were not. Definitely not woodsy. But they were like not as big as I expected them to be. So I think that is something because I could only do the white one last year. I couldn't find my purple seeds for the kohlrabi. So yeah, I think I'm gonna plant. Are you guys just directly sowing it? Because if you're directly sowing it, let me know because I'm gonna plant some in too. Thanks, Melly. You are welcome. I got it together over this crazy weekend, and let's see. The DMV is closed tomorrow because I have to renew my license. So it's going to go Tuesday out for you. Okay. That is nuts. Johnny is late, it seems, but they are. So mine. Small one is no good for you, Melody. If the Karen starts, you could lose it too easily. Laugh out loud. That small one. What small one? I know I'm behind because Paul's saying, laugh out loud. That small one is no good for you, Melody. If the Karen starts, you could lose it too easy. Okay, I got it. These are growing fast. They are about an inch long. Some are longer. It's probably because it's still a little bit cooler out right now. My chart is coming up. Yeah, my greens are a little bit more slow going this year. I don't know why. Miss Andel says collards will be a fall crop, although I'm going for here in the spring, we shall see. All right, so I guess I'm not going to be growing them yet. And I was super happy to find some more regular nasturtiums because I planted some dwarf nasturtiums. So I did get this pack that you saw in the previous video. So yeah, I love me some nasturtiums, but I am so like, I don't know, I'm going to have to do some real looking. I was hoping I wouldn't have to be going back online, but yeah, I definitely need Ring of Fires. If you go back to like when I first started YouTube, it was so pathetic. We could see my beautiful sunflowers. It was like a chocolate sunflower, and then I had the Ring of Fire. Last year, my sunflowers were awesome. 4 6 inch wide, that is. Paul, saying Cindy's happy with 4 to 6 inches. He's being fresh again, Miss Andale. I did correct that too with girth. More than impressive than length. You're funny. So funny, my goodness. Decorator, wedding cakes, kohlrabi tastes like mild broccoli. Yeah, I didn't get to try it, like I said, because only one was like doable, Cindy. And my friend ate it, and he said, tastes like cucumber. But I would like to try my own, you know. Paul says Instagram sucks. I ain't got time for it after YouTube. Well, I don't think it sucks. I think it's way better than Facebook. Plus, you can talk. You can call through Instagram and whatnot. I know you could do some of those things. I just like Instagram over Facebook, but I wanted to have everything matching all up. Don't ask, you know. I know where I am. The PVC watering system doesn't work. Yeah, unless it was really insulated and you put some heat tape on it. It's a lot easier to thaw out water than a PVC pipe system. Thank you, because when my luck becomes available, I wanted to make sure that I told him that, because he seemed a little like, no, I want PVC. I'm like, I thought you were building a coop for me. And I said, I don't want that. That's going to be difficult. I'm 1,000% positive it's me that's going out there in the freezing cold to take care of my birds. You know what I mean? So good. I'm glad you wrote that so I could show it to him. I do love broccoli, but never tried kohlrabi. I love broccoli, and I have this thing where it's like you never can grow enough broccoli, and I think I got a pretty good bit out there. Suzanne says Nightbot hates all caps and emoji smell. Yeah, but I think I just wrote like woohoo grow bags. Timed out. He just kept attacking me. It was kind of funny, Suzanne, but then I lost out on like some good stuff she had. I'm a coffee drinker. I would have loved that. It's just popped up as well. Yeah, mine are pretty big. Well, you're going to get an update on this week's video for sure. What is that? Asperock? Help me out, Ragnarok. What is that? Oh, Tuesday's election day here for you guys? What, for your local? Because the big one to change this whole, you know, the blind leading the blind in the White House, that's November what, like 23rd? Let's see. No, I've never had that. I don't even know what it is. Honey Badger says mustard greens we never cooked. We just use raw like a lettuce on sandwiches and in salads. That sounds really good. I did plant something. I'm not sure. It was either Nikki sent it to me or Saint Lady 5000 maybe. It's some type of purple, I want to say like Chinese type of lettuce. And it says it has a garlicky flavor. So I was very much interested in that. I'm pretty sure I planted it. So, you know, I grew all those mustard greens last year and everything was doing great. And then I didn't get to harvest them. They were under a row cover. But once that ice came and pushed the row cover down, your plants will die because the row cover's touching the actual plants. It gives it frostbite and kills it. But in a salad sounds really good. It is to me like broccoli and turnip. Oh, I love turnips thrown in my mashed potatoes. I tried this not for me. I had more production out of the broccoli. Okay, good to know. I saw it in the store the other day claiming it was a cross between asparagus and broccoli. I love asparagus. Never heard of it till then. Did you end up buying it or getting it? Sounds interesting. I'm curious to know. Bring us along. Make some videos out of that one. It would be Paul. It wouldn't be Paul if he wasn't fresh, says Miss Andale. You tell him, Miss Andale. Tell him to behave. He's messing with Miss Cindy Brown. Uh, DMing on IG is so much easier, Paul. Tell him, Cindy, it really is. I fell into a burning ring of fire, then realized I had a curry yesterday and it was my own ass. Welcome to my moderator, the one and only Paul Honeyman. I love him. Hi, Wayne. How are you, my friend? It may be better in your climate. Let me know. That's welcome in. I'm not trying to be rude because Wayne always gets in like a little bit towards the end. Yes, we grow the same as broccoli rabe. I do like broccoli rabe though. I do like that. Never had asparagus? Well, I had the seeds to start asparagus like a dum-dum. I should have started that last year because it takes 3 years for asparagus to get situated. A lot of people just buy like the crowns, but I have the seeds. Let's see. Wayne says to me, it tasted like a bland broccoli. I will use the space for broccoli next year. Yeah, I have a lot of broccoli going on. I'm doing another giveaway Friday. Awesome. I will be there. Can you not have that robot this time? Can't you just do the wheel? Do the wheel, girl. Put everybody that's in the live on the wheel and let the wheel pick. It should be one person wins. You move on to the next. Take them off the wheel. We get kohlrabi in our CSA share. Do you really? That's awesome. I still have a lot of things I did not. Mushroom kits. The tomato jar. No, like the lids. My gosh, if I don't need them, I need them really bad. But you have the kit one. I already have a kit. Like the tongs, the grippers, the kitchen herb kit, and some other seed packs. It's awesome. You can never have too many seeds, is my saying. If that's the case, I would much rather keep the broccoli space. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Ragnarok. I only micro my mustard, so smaller. I did say to Miss Judith, they were starting to get big. And I'm like, Miss Judith, are these going to be bitter? She's like, no, they'll be fine. But they were growing out there in the dead of winter here. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust because look at this foot. Ready? There's my brace on my foot. And I was sitting on my leg the entire time, so now I have to adjust. Sorry about that. I have to sit this way. Well, I'm definitely going to keep that. It always does that. So Miss Cindy Brown, can I plant some of these like in a row now for like my spring lettuces? The tendered mustard. I think the one I had last year specifically said tendered mustard greens. This says tender green mustard. It's like saying it backwards. It's funny. I'll be rooting for you, Mel, when Indiana Backyard Gardener does their next giveaway. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I know I'm in like desperate need of grow bags. I can't wait to be able to start my cha-cha-cha, my come salsa with me garden. I mean, I started the soul challenge and I can't even do mine yet because the weather's just been cuckoo. Let's see. The rooster says, finally got my grandson Owen to sleep. He was go, 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 go tonight. Well, my grandson, who's 15, texted me on Thursday night, but I didn't get it right away. Well, probably about 5, he texted me, which is around like dinner time. I didn't see it till 6:30, and it said, Mama, can I sleep over tomorrow night? I said, yeah, sure. What time? Nothing. So I called my daughter. I'm like, the next day, which would be Friday. I said, Amanda, is Gavin coming over or what's he doing? She's like, what do you mean? I said, he texted me. Could he sleep over Friday? I said, and I told him yes. She says, I don't know. He's being moody. I have no idea what he's doing. I said, okay. So I texted him and I said, I love you. Are you coming over to stay over? Either way, just let me know. And I didn't get a response back right away. And finally, I put my foot down with him too. And I said, you have till 4 o'clock to let me know if you're coming over or not. Because if not, I'm doing something else. I'm not sitting around waiting for these kids anymore. But that, me and Gavin are close. I love my buddy. Very hot chili. Laugh out loud. I've known Cindy a few years, not Melody. Laugh out loud. But you're glad though that you know me now. I always saw you and Paul, well, Cindy and Paul, in all the bigger channels. That's kind of how I met the both of them. And I think they're like two peas in a pod. They like to go at each other, and it's great. And Cindy, every time I see her and the other ones, I always write to her, "Hi, Cindy." So, sweetheart. Paul's a sweetheart. He's just, wants to kiss my butt. Karabi is totally a broccoli turnip cross in flavor, just more mild. Okay. Now, not doing Nightbot this time. Thank God, Indiana Backyard Gardener. Remember, everyone, I shouted her out last week, but my girl Adrian from Indiana Backyard Gardener was monetized and needs some watch hours. If you can help her out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. So that would be my third shout out tonight. There she is, Apple Tree Urban Homestead, Annette. Good morning. Good Monday morning, all. That's right. It's morning there for her. Hi, Annette. How are you, honey? With the sunflowers. Annette, I'm talking about Ring of Fire, girls. I can't find Ring of Fire sunflowers for this year. And I have to have them in my life. But we eat it. What is it? You know what? If you're not really into eating it, try this way. Wash them good. Put them in a frying pan with a little bit of EVO, some grated lemon rinds, just the yellow, not the white, some lemon juice with some Tuscan sea salt. Maron, I tell you what, Heather Lynn, can we talk? Asparagus are amazing that way, and so is Brussels sprouts. Cindy is my mod sister on a lot of my channels. I know. That's how I ended up caring for both of yous a lot. I was just surprised that you were willing to be a moderator over on my channel. Eka, really? I got my strawberries in pots. Woo, woo. Just an easier way to grow strawberries, and that's up. It frees up room, too. The tender green mustards are good, sweeter than the regular mustard. Okay, so did I pick up the right one? This is Burpee's Mustard Tender Green. The tender green mustard are good, sweeter than regular mustard. Okay, because I've never tried them. A few years ago, back and loved it, depending on how the asparagus is cooked. Last year, we put it in a bed, and it took hold and is booming this year. That is awesome. See, I got to find a spot and just get it over and done with. I'm going to probably do it from seed, I guess, and get the asparagus growing, because I should have done that as soon as I moved in. That's what they tell you to do, right? Good to know. Let's see. I want to try mustard in the fall, says Wayne. The rooster says, my wife and I planted 87 plants 2 nights ago. We were racing the storm. We won. Awesomeness. Awesome sauce. Let's see. Boiled asparagus is like eating snot, says Cosmic Cultivators. I prefer you grilled or baked or air fried. I agree with you, Ragnarok. Yeah, I don't air fry mine. And the other way I do my asparagus, in case you're interested, it's a little bit more fancy for Christmas and New Year's Eve. I buy prosciutto, and I snap mine to get the woodsy part off. They're clean, obviously. And I wrap the prosciutto all the way up it, drizzle it with a little EVO. I had to do 4 cookie sheets full, put them in the oven. Oh my gosh, Thanksgiving too now. It's turning into Thanksgiving where everybody wants them. They're so good. If you can't afford prosciutto, you can improvise with bacon. It's not exactly the same, but it's close. And it's really, really good with prosciutto. Italian prosciutto, it's to die for. I kid you not. It's one of my favorite vegetables besides Brussels sprouts. Yeah, that's an awesome job, Rooster. That is great. I was saying, yep, Rooster, that's a definite win. Only ever had grilled asparagus. I love them grilled too. They're great. I just don't like them boiled. I do like them chopped up in my scrambled eggs though. Let's see, prefer grilled, etc. Damn, spell correct. Definitely mod siblings. Paul, absolutely. You two are. I just said 2 peas in a pod. Cindy and Paul. Okay, Paul says, nope, Mel, I told you before I'd bite it. I know. Cosmic Delicious grilled. Darn tasty. Yeah, hopefully you have a rack on your grill or you lose your asparagus going down. Cindy and Ragnarok, we was beef for sure. Yeah, it's a lot on your body. Let's see. We'll have to try that. Okay, missed the third shout out, Mel. Your fault. Third shout out was for Indiana Backyard Gardener for watched hours. Going well. Thank you, Melody. You are so welcome, Annette. You are so welcome. Love you to pieces. You won't regret it and we'll have it for the rest of your life once it takes hold. Yeah, I got to get that done. Thank you, Miss Andel. After that, I roast the asparagus in the oven. We just don't eat enough of it to buy it other than what is in the share. That's understandable. If I watch a channel and they ask me to mod, no problem. I think I asked you a couple times. No, I'm just kidding. I think I might have just asked you once. Cindy Brown says bacon wrapped grilled asparagus is the bomb. It is, for real, for real. Try that with some prosciutto on it. It's delicious. Let's see. Thanks, Dan. You beat me, honey. Let's see. Oh, 2.5's a good age. Gotta scoop the kids' ice cream, Cindy Brown? No problem. Melanie, I forgot to tell you we have won the 2-month rat war. Moved over 100 plants into it. Hard and off. So happy. Yeah, I didn't leave a comment because I didn't finish watching the video where you cleaned it up. So I'll go over and leave a comment. There she is. Abby, I shouted you out tonight for subscribers. You were one of my shout outs. Bountiful Harvest Abby is in the house. 285 subs, 191 videos. Again, Blue Farm, which is my girl Nikki, 357 subs, 56 videos. And Indiana Backyard Gardener, who needs watchtowers. That is my 3 shout outs this week. So welcome in. Thanks, Mel. You're the best. No, you're the best. I love you. You know that, Indiana Backyard Gardener. I just posted a 6-hour rain video for running through the night. Oh, that's awesome. Is that up already? Because I might have to watch that. I love that kind of stuff. Thank you for posting the links. You all are awesome. Okay, so let me see. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's all good. No worries. We were just excited. It's great news, and I bet it's nice to have that room free. Okay, so we're going to get ready to wrap this up, my friends. Time flies over here. Videos this week will be a couple different parts of the chicken coop. There he is, working and listening in tonight. Hope everyone here is doing well. Oh, Joe. Love you, Joe. Sorry we missed you tonight. Yeah, but I know you're always working. Hardworking Joe. Joe, I'm trying to find Ring of Fire, sunflowers, and lemon basil and having 0 success, my friend. 0. Everyone's saying hey to Joe. Sorry I missed your show and enjoyed as always. I wasn't in it tonight. It was chaotic, obviously. Joe can go back and rewatch this, but there goes his link up there. So, what was I saying? Ring of Fire, sunflowers, and that lemon basil. I need it in my life so I can use it on all poultry. But I'm not finding it where they're not trying to charge me, one of the children that I birthed. Anyway, but I'm happy to see you in here, Joe. The 3 shout outs tonight, Joe, are Bountiful Harvest. Abby was 285 subs and 191 videos for subscribers. My friend Nikki from Blue Farm has 357 subs and 56 videos. And Indiana Backyard Gardener, who needs watch hours. Do you really? Shut the back door. What was the other? Oh, the Ring of Fire sunflower. The sunflowers, the Ring of Fire, Joe. I have all these like strange ones and I'm hunting everywhere and just can't find them. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about this week. So if you can find it, awesome. Let me see. This week will be a couple parts, some videos on the chicken coop build. If I have to be in one of the days due to the weather or getting cold, well, I decided to do that coffee bar, tea bar, hot chocolate bar. I will post that this week. And the video is probably about a week old, so give or take that last week. Yeah. I did it last week. Okay. I just kind of went around and showed you what I had growing, what's going on. But there's more going on now. So I give you like a little tour, the garden tour, like the kitchen garden, what that's looking like. Um, so forth and so on. I have that video as well. So stay tuned for the videos. I really appreciate you watching them, leaving me a comment and a thumbs up. When things got really chaotic here, I wasn't even using the editing software on my phone. But then I did, I think last week. The seeds that I posted, these were different ones that were just from Home Depot. I just needed to get a video up because Jimmy was like, Mel, can you help me with this? Mel, can you do this? Mel, can you do that? And I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to put seeds out there or I'm not going to have a video. So I love you all very, very much. That's what's kind of going on here. Besides the other stuff I told you about. You need David's email posted here again, Mel? Yes, so that when this opens, I can find it. But let me go back real quick. Ring of Fire. Yeah, I need that. Oh, sometimes I watch on the Fire Stick, can't comment, but I always give a thumbs up. I do that too. I do that too. For real, for real. But I try to remember to go on my phone though and leave a comment. When it was 40 by 30 bucks, just can't cut it. Cool. All right. So anyway, my friends, I think I filled you in on everything. I keep forgetting to show you all something. Do you want to see it now? I'll show it, but you have to promise me. I say this all the time. If I show it, you have to wait for the video. Like, you have to watch my video. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. If I can lift it without knocking stuff all over, I'll show you. Or should I just turn it around? I'm just going to turn it around. Don't forget the table's a mess. Okay. This is kind of what I wanted for my son for my birthday. I will say that. But someone else decided to get me one. But I was going for the kit and I called the company and it was just the wrong one ordered. So whatever. Because I wanted one that it was more economically feasible and it came with a ton of stuff. It was the kit, but this is what I'm talking about. Looky what I have. Can you see that right there? Oops, let me not do that. So here we grow. Can you figure out what it is? So yeah. That was bought for me as a belated birthday gift. And then when I talked to the company and they just had said, you know, he ordered the wrong one, yada, yada, so forth and so on. So there's one that is, I think it's called the original. And it's a good price right now, especially for Mother's Day, in case anybody is wondering. Not for me, but I'm just saying in case you just want to treat your mamas really good. It's on sale and yeah, it comes with a lot of stuff. So how about that? I don't know if you could figure out what that was, but I thought you could without me exactly telling you. Sometimes, okay, I just read that. Let me see. Is that the Zip It, Ragnarok? I love you. So that's it for me, my friends. For real, for real. Thank you. It was great seeing Arkansas Woodcutter in here tonight. You all are wonderful. Cindy Brown, Paul Honeyman, thank God, and Miss Andale for doing links because Boone texted me exactly 9 and she was tired. And yeah, so stay tuned for that video coming too. That was like, I had to hold that in for like a week until I called the company to find out that he just ordered the wrong one and you know, they won't like replace it. Well, you could, you just have to throw in the difference. But anyway, there's a nice sale going on, but I want you to watch the video because I'm super excited. And a great big shout out to Shelly and Anthony, who usually is always in my video, like first one to say hello, but barely talks through the whole live. Love her. Wish I could just do like a virtual hug. So yeah, that's what's going on. A lot of plant stuff I have to clean up. Videos you'll see this week. And yeah, don't forget about my beautiful shout outs. Bountiful Harvest Abby, Nikki from Blue Farm, an Indiana backyard gardener, and she is for watched hours. Miss Andale, I'm so sorry. I'm going to drop this bomb at the end. Miss Andale Homestead, if I'm not mistaken, needs watched hours as well. So please, 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 but she's probably going to go on my shout out list for next week as well. But, you know, I don't like to keep my moderator on too long. Well, Mel, it's only 10 minutes. um, y'all are amazing. Until next we meet, be well, all. You too, Ragnarok. Blessings, everyone. I found one at Sam's Club 35. I know Indiana Backyard Gardener. I saw that girl and I was like, I wonder how much she loves me. Because anything that's a stackable girl, I'm there. But we'll talk. I love you all. Thank you, everyone, for all the wonderful support. Suzanne, you are all great. Heather, have a great week. Forget the nonsense that's going on. Tune it out. Yes, watch hours would be awesome. Thank you, said Miss Andale. So, yes, Miss Andale Homestead needs watch hours. She is monetized. Thank you, Paul, for dropping that last and final link. A great big mwah, loves and hugs, Cosmic Cultivators. I'm just going to hold this up and shut up. Bye, Cindy. Bye, everyone. Please have a wonderful week. And I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye, everyone. Have a good one.